Great news, folks, because Canon officially announced the development of the Canon R1. It's good news and also a bit of bad news because they announced the development, so we are still far out before the camera will be available in your hands for your use. But at least we got the first image of the real camera. You can see it here. This is the Canon R1. I also made a comparison with the Canon R3. This camera looks much bigger and it has an integrated grip like the R3. Canon officially released a press release along the R1 image, but they didn't share any detailed specs or detailed info about when this camera will be released. The wording of the press text contains a lot of general marketing ideas, but not really anything very concrete. But I will now read the press text for you and give you my 2 cents for every thing that they wrote. They write that this camera will dramatically improve the performance of both stills and video and meet the high requirement of professionals on the front lines of a wide range of fields, including sports, news reporting and video production. When they write that this camera will be dramatically improved, they mean compared to the Canon R3, and this camera, while it's a good camera, lags behind the cameras like the Nikon Z9 and the Sony A1, so I expect this new camera to be dramatically improved. But let's see if this camera will be really better than Nikon Z9 or the Sony A1, also because the Sony A1 II is coming probably close to the real R1 release, so it's going to be a tough battle. But let's read further. There's a newly developed image processor DigicX accelerator in addition to the pre-existing processor DigicX. So they are going to use the DigicX also on this camera. So I would have expected to get a new processing engine, but maybe they improved it thanks to the accelerator and other stuff around. But that's the first probably technical info that we get on this camera. Reading further, the new image processing system composed of these processors and a new CMOS sensor enables large volume of data to be processed at high speeds and delivers never before seen advancement in autofocus and other functions. We have 2 interesting info here. First of all, this is a CMOS camera. And this is a very interesting news, also because there were rumors saying that this camera might have global shutter. No, it's going to be a CMOS classic camera sensor. And the second interesting info is that they claim that the autofocus performance is pretty unmatched, so something never really seen before. That's quite a big claim. This means the autofocus should be better than the best Sony cameras in class like the A1 and the A9 III. They have the best autofocus system. By combining a new image processing system and deep learning technology to an advanced degree, Canon has achieved high speed and high accuracy subject recognition. For example, subject tracking accuracy has been improved so that in team sporting events where multiple subjects intersect, the target subject can continually be tracked even if another player passes directly in front of them. In addition, the EF action priority function recognizes subject movement by rapidly analyzing the subject status. In moments during a sports game when it is difficult to predict what will happen next, this function automatically determines the player performing a certain action, such as shooting ball, as the main subject and instantly shifts the EF frame, thereby helping to capture decisive moments of gameplay. That's the largest segment in the press release, so it's very clear that the autofocus performance is the one big thing on this camera, and I expect this camera to use some kind of new AI technology to help you to get to that performance, and this is probably the main interesting aspects of the R1. Reading further, the combination of the new image processing system and deep learning technology will help to improve image quality. Canon implements the image noise reduction function, which has been previously developed and improved as part of the software for PCs, as a camera function to further improve image quality and contribute to user creativity. So here we have some words about the image quality. They sound less stunning than the words used for the autofocus performance, so expect an image quality increase, but nothing really game-changing. And the last sentence says, Canon is working on field tests for this camera and will support capturing definitive and impactful moments at international sporting events to be held in the future. I expect this camera, for example, to be tested on the field at Olympics in Paris this summer. And this also means that I don't think the camera will be on market by 2024. Maybe they will offer pre-order option in very late 2024 with shipment sometimes in early 2025. That's the timing I do expect. And interesting enough, the Sony A1 II is also rumored to be announced in very early 2025, so I expect both cameras to be on the market by more or less the same time. This is all I got about the camera, so let me know in the comment system what you think about the press release. I know there is not much information, but maybe there's something that I missed or you think that sounds particularly exciting. As soon as I get some reliable possible specs about this camera, I will make a new video, so please again subscribe, hit the notification button, and folks, expect me to share one exciting rumor today, small teaser, because I got the first Panasonic S9 image. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in the exact opposite of the R1, a very compact full frame camera. That's the S9, and I got an image and it looks great, so stay tuned. See you soon.